Hello, welcome to an unboxing, and today we have a Dapol Class 50. This is a 2D002-005 Dapol Class 50 diesel locomotive, and this is Defiant. Let me just show you the end of the box before we go through there. And this is on the Kerno Model Railway website for £142.95 with a 14.71 discount from 167 retail. I didn't pay any near that. I bought this second hand, so I've not actually opened it up. Don't know what we've got, don't know what quality we've got, but it cost me £90. Which I thought was a really good price, saying they are like nearly £150 new. So let's just see if it is worth buying a second hand one rather than the brand new one. I normally prefer to buy second hand, just because it's just a lot more value for money. Anyway, let's get this out. So the box actually is in really good condition. No real wear on that, so that was a good positive thing. So this is genuinely the first time I've actually opened this, so I never sort of open them until we do the video really, so you can see if I bought a lemon or not. So okay, so what do we say on here? So warning, small parts, what the time is. And can I get this out? And there we go. So we do have, let's see, some detailing parts in just a Ziploc bag, so you can't tell if they've been opened or not, but there is a coupling in there, some snow ploughs, and a couple of other detailing parts. So it's not too bad. There's looks like the majority of it's fitted. Let's pop that back. And there is some paperwork in the bottom there. Let's take this out. I didn't think we got any paperwork with it then. No. Put that back in there. Let me put all this to one side. So, what do we have? So we do have a owner's guide. This is quite a surprise. As you can see, it's in full colour, which is, and it says DC fitted guide. As you can see, we've got quite a lot of information to go through. That's the NEM couplings, removing of the body, so it is just held on with clips, so we'll have a look at that. Looks like there's some switches on the circuit board. I'm not sure what they do, internal switches. So that's for the lighting and the cab lighting. So we'll have a look at all of that, so I'm not going to read through all of this. But actually just notice this on the next page, and it does tell you what the switches do and how the lighting functions. So it's interesting to look at. But obviously if you want to switch any of these on in DC, you've got to keep lifting the body shell off and flicking them on, and so probably works much better in DCC. And so I've read this was I think next 18, so it should have, so I can't see where it sort of says what DCC it is, but I did read it was next 18 from what I could understand. So anyway, let's have a look at the actual loco itself. So, and there we go. It's quite a big piece for an N gauge locomotive, very long. You know, obviously these sort of was the workhorse of British Rail, and then into the private sector, and these predominantly did a lot of the passenger and freight work. So it seems to have quite a nice level of detail on here. So what I can see from what we should have fitted is edge horn grills. I can't work out where the edge horn grills are, what they're supposed to look like. I'm not an expert on Class 50s. They have the fan edged, so I'm not sure if that's edged or just part of the moulding. So I'm not convinced on that. It says handrails. They are nice and fine handrails fitted. So jumper cables, lamp irons, nameplates. Now I don't have nameplates for this, so that's something that was missing from the seller. So part of the extras, if it did come with the nameplate. I'm not guaranteeing if this information that I've got online is totally correct, but let's have a look up close on the white background, and then let's see this level of detail that we're supposed to be getting. So here we are up close, and it does look a very nice looking model. Let's zoom in a little bit more. And just have a look at this livery. So it's got as close as I can, so you can sort of see the nameplates as they would be there. Although not amazing. So we've got some nice grills, some nice detail there. You can see the separately fitted handrails, nice flush glazing there, sort of nice bogey detail. Have a look at the other bogey. You've got the cab and the running number, all nicely picked out and detailed. And even like a builder's plate on something as small as this. Okay, let's have a look at the other side. Really very much the same. No major marks, so there's no real handling or use on this that I can really notice. All the detailing seems to be in place, so let's have a look at the cab end. As we can see, quite a nice level of detail there. Let's zoom in a little bit more. We can see quite a nice level of detail on this, and even with nice separately fitted parts, it looks quite good. I think those are the horn grills that I was talking about earlier. Obviously the coupling has been removed off this end, and that's what was in the bag, so you won't get sprung buffers. Nope, I wouldn't have thought so. I've never seen them on N gauge still. Let's just have a look at the opposite end to see if that's all okay. Obviously you can see we've got the coupling on this end, ready to hook up to some freight or passenger work. I like the metallic looking buffers. Yeah, so pleased with the look of this model. Now, do the looks match the performance? Now it's actually quite hard to see inside the cab and what detail we've got, but it looks like we've got a little bit of moulded detail in there. But as they're saying that they've got cab lights, I would expect some sort of detail that they want to light up. So well, hopefully have a look at that lit up. Let's get it onto some track, and then let's actually see if this model actually does work. Okay, let's see if this actually works. I thought it'd be a little bit unfair to run it on the layout at the moment, so I put just a piece of test track in front, as I've not cleaned the track properly on the layout, or really tested it since I've done the ballasting. So I think it's would be an unfair test. So I've just got a piece of sort of track in, here. Just laid it on there and just put some power to it. So let's just try. I'm not sure which direction I've got this going in. Yeah, that takes off and runs very smooth. That is amazingly smooth sort of runner. So only using a small percentage on the controller. So how slow will it do a crawl? Just turn it all very slowly. That's moving there. Oh, that is an amazing sort of crawling speed. That'd be perfect for depots and shunting. Although it's not really a shunting loco. You couldn't really ask for a much better crawl than that. And it speeds up to a nice speed. So let's just put it back into the middle, and is it as good in this direction? The answer is yes. So well done, Dapol, and having an excellent slow crawl. I can't really test the top speed because I don't have a full layout, but It seems to run by nice and quick, so maybe I'd sort of try it on. Now I am curious to see how much this weighs, because it does feel quite a heavy N-gauge model there. So 105.4, which is quite heavy for an N-gauge locomotive, so that would have some good pulling power. So how easy is it to get the body off this? I have known Dapol models in the past, very difficult compared to the Farish ones. Have they improved? Can you just use your fingernails? Yes. Now, is there any wires? No. That is a surprise, because Dapol do seem to be always full of wires connecting lighting, and there we go, we've got the switches on the top there. You've got your next 18 decoder, some more switch banks there for controlling all the lighting, and you can see how the cabs are fitted inside with a bit of detail. Not sure how the cab lighting works in there, so maybe it's lit up from these LEDs on here, so, and it lights up behind the cab. So anyway, I'm going to have just a quick look and see what these switches actually do, and see if we can get some lighting. So what I can see with the lights is you've got the two main switches. It's set for DC at the moment, so it's DCC ready, and put them in the middle position, it's ready for DCC, so you can actually switch all the lights. But we can see you get the directional lights plus the cab light, and then if you switch the switches the opposite way, you'll get the cab light on the trailing light. So let's have a look at what it looks like with the body shell on. So I think that's what we can see. So it says cab lights, but I think it means head code lights. So you've got the you do have to put quite a bit of power on to get the lights actually to come quite nice and bright, but it's not a bad lighting package, so I'll be quite happy with that, and especially running on DCC you'll get a very good lighting. Okay, so what do I think of this locomotive? Right, I think this is very good value and a very good locomotive. It's excellent runner, it's got a nice level of detail, especially for an N-gauge model, and okay, the lighting package isn't the most sophisticated, but it's what you want. You need to know what direction you've got it set to, especially on DCC, so it makes so much difference. Obviously on DC the lighting package is never going to be as good as DCC, so I think I will order a next 18 pin chip for this and test it on DCC and see how the lighting works then. But it's really easy to chip, take the body off, and I would definitely recommend this to anybody who likes this sort of model. Class 50 obviously isn't for everybody, so it's whether you want to purchase this, but I think it's a really good value, and if you can find a really good example in second hand, then I would go for the second hand one. If not, you'll be looking about 140 to 150 new. You may find it cheaper. I've not really looked at all the places, I just looked at Kerno, so I'm not sure if it is available cheaper anywhere else. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.